Welcome to Delphos Insights. Today, we're diving into something pretty huge, a real crisis of scale, actually. It's this severe global infrastructure funding gap. You see it hitting particularly hard in fast-growing emerging markets. They're under intense pressure, rapid urbanization, population growth, and obviously climate change impacts.
Absolutely. And the numbers, well, they really bring it home. If we want to hit global climate targets and the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals the OECD says we need, get this, U.S., $6.9 trillion
Wow.
annually in infrastructure investment.
By 2030.
$6.9 trillion a year.
Yeah. And public funding alone, it can't possibly cover that kind of figure. The gulf is just too wide.
Okay, so that sets the stage. And our mission today is to unpack what's seen as a key transformative solution here. Public-private partnerships, PPPs. But it's not just about finding the money, right? It sounds like a much deeper commitment. What does that actually look like, this partnership? Exactly. A PPP isn't just a loan. It's a long-term contract. Basically, a government agency and a private company team up. They agree to share the risks, the responsibilities, and yes, the rewards. For funding, building, and then managing some major asset, think energy, transport, digital networks. Essential stuff.
Right. And it seems particularly crucial for emerging markets because their growth is often explosive. Existing infrastructure just gets overwhelmed almost immediately. And the traditional way, public works, it often can't deliver projects fast enough.
That's a critical point, the speed. But it's also more than just the initial capital injection. Private investment brings efficiency, it brings innovation, and importantly, accountability.
How so?
Well, unlike some traditional public projects, the private partner usually has strong contractual incentives, sometimes penalties, even to deliver on time and stick to the budget. Their own profitability kind of depends on it.
So better project management, maybe newer technologies?
Often, yes, that's part of the value proposition.
And we're seeing significant engagement already, aren't we? That 2024 figure.
Oh yeah. The MDBs and DFIs, multilateral development banks, development finance institutions, they mobilized a record US $137 billion just in climate finance for emerging markets. It shows the potential scale when public and private sectors collaborate effectively.
So let's talk benefits. It sounds like a win-win potentially.
It can be, definitely. For emerging economies, first, you get access to private capital without blowing up the national budget right away.
Okay, less strain on public finances.
Second, you leverage that private sector expertise, hopefully leading to faster delivery, maybe higher quality outcomes, efficiency, basically.
And you mentioned a third point earlier.
Yes, sustainability. This is crucial. PPP contracts can be designed specifically to align projects with long-term climate resilience goals and the SDGs.
Future-proofing the infrastructure.
Exactly. Building it right for the long haul.
Okay, the benefits seem clear. Capital, efficiency, sustainability focus.
Yeah.
But it can't be that simple. What are the hurdles? Why aren't these everywhere working perfectly?
Yeah. Good question. There are definitely roadblocks, especially emerging markets. Two big ones stand out. First, inconsistent policy and regulatory environments. Investors need stability, predictability. If the rules keep changing, it scares off that long-term money.
Makes sense. Long-term projects need long-term rules.
Precisely. And second, and this is often critical, limited institutional capacity within governments.
Meaning they don't have the know-how.
Often, yes. They might lack the specialized skills to structure these really complex deals, to negotiate them effectively, and then crucially, to monitor them over decades. These are sophisticated agreements.
Right. That leads into something Bart Turtleboom said, which I thought was quite insightful. He framed it as, the infrastructure gap is not just about concrete and steel. It is about resilience in the face of climate change. PPPs give governments and investors a common platform to finance projects.
That really captures it. It's about building that resilience, and PPPs provide the structure, the common ground.
So let's see it in action. Are there concrete examples where this model has really worked?
Absolutely. There are many success stories. Take renewable energy in sub-Saharan Africa. There was a 150 megawatt solar power PPP. It brought electricity to over 200,000 households, tackling the energy gap and climate resilience together.
Okay, tangible impact.
Or look at digital connectivity in Latin America. A PPP helps secure US $26 million in debt financing for a company called BTS Towers. Their whole focus was putting up telecom towers to connect remote, previously isolated communities, bringing them into the digital age.
So real results on the ground, energy access, digital access.
Exactly, proof points that show the potential.
Which brings us to the path forward. Thinking about, say, the 2025 roadmap,
Yeah.
What needs to happen to really maximize this potential? What's the priority?
It really comes down to creating the right environment. Institutional reform is key. Strengthening those legal and regulatory frameworks we talked about, making them stable, transparent.
Building investor confidence.
Yes. And just as importantly, building up that government capacity. Training, technical assistance, equipping officials to manage these partnerships effectively from start to finish.
So it sounds like the structure, the idea of PPP is powerful, but making them truly successful, that hinges on execution, on governance.
Absolutely. Consistent public oversight is non-negotiable. Robust governance throughout the project's life.
Which leads to a final thought, really, for you listening. How can nations ensure that these partnerships truly deliver? How do you get that risk allocation right? Maintain transparency from day one, identification, procurement, all the way through decades of monitoring, so that the end result is genuinely improved services for the public, not just, profits concentrated in a few hands.
That's the critical question, keeping that long-term public benefit as the absolute priority. The North Star, as you said.
This has been Delphos Insights. Learn more at delphos.co.